Welcome to South America, welcome to Ecuador, welcome to Quito, and welcome to the Secret Garden Hostel, where CarpeDM Adventures is located and where our free virtual walking tour is starting right now. Now, throughout the free virtual walking tour, you're going to be shown all around the historic centre, getting some of the best information from our local guides. You can find us on our webpage, like, share, and come and visit us every week for a new tour.
Hello friends, my name is Fernando, a tour guide in Ecuador for approximately 5 years. An amazing job, where I travel, meet new people, and one of my favorite cities is Quito. Today we are going to discover the CarpeDM Adventures free walking tour. This will be our route in the historic center of the city. We start at the travel agency. We are going to see the most important attractions in the old town, mixing times, before of Incas, colonial, republican, contemporary, and the direct relationship with our ancestors, their cosmovision, and the Pachamama, Quichua expression that means Mother Earth. And we take our first group photo. Ecuador is on the equator line, so Quito is closer to the sun. Then, when you come here, don't forget your water, comfortable clothes, sunglasses, hat, and sunscreen. Yes, because when I started doing the walking tours, I was white. Let's go. Normally, this tour takes 3 or 3 hours and a half. We go from the travel agency to the Basilica of the National Boat. It is the largest neo-Gothic basilica in America, similar to Notre Dame in France. The basilica was blessed by Pope John Paul II. When you enter, you will say, "Wow!" for the high towers that you can visit. But the decoration is phenomenal. Instead of gargoyles, we will find animals from Ecuador, such as penguins, jaguars, giant turtles, Andean condors, the messengers of the gods for indigenous people, and guinea pigs like Rogelio, the pet of the groups. I know in other countries are pets, but here we eat them. Are delicious. We continue the tour to Camilo Egas Museum, which is located in a beautiful renovated house. It is an art gallery between the Venezuela and Esmeraldas streets. Camilo Egas was an important Ecuadorian character who combined the costumbrista painting tradition of Ecuador with the influences of contemporary art movements in other countries. He used his knowledge of European art techniques to create dramatic, large-scale oil paintings of Andean indigenous people as a representation of Ecuadorian identity. We will also learn some Quichua expressions, the language of the majority indigenous people, such as Arraray means hot, Achachay means cold, or my favorite, Ayayay means pain. Now you are a Quichua speaker. Our next stop will be the house of the shaman. If you don't know what is a shaman, don't worry, I explain you. He is the doctor and the spiritual leader of an indigenous community. Imagine, indigenous people survive without technology and Western medicine. We will talk more about the famous ayahuasca, a medicinal plant that you have to drink if you want to get the connection with the spirits and their world. Also, other medicinal plants, they were used for human sacrifice. Well guys, if you love chocolate like me, for that reason I am fat, we continue to the chocolate factory República del Cacao, where we find a wide variety of chocolate made with our fine aroma cocoa. Also the famous Panama hats, but don't forget, the hats are 100% from Ecuador. There is a museum and we will talk about the production of cocoa in Ecuador. It's very large. We export our cocoa to other countries, and the most expensive chocolates in the earth are making with our cocoa. For this reason, it is known as the famous golden bean. There, your smell sense will wake up with a fresh chocolate aroma. And now, it is time to taste the chocolate. Different percentages: 85, 75, 60 or 45%. Majority of the tourists want to end the tour there. In front of the chocolate factory is the Archbishops Palace. It is like a shopping mall. There we find delicious candies from Quito. One of my favorite are mistelas. Those are like sugar balls with liquor inside. Put in your mouth, it explodes. It is like drinking a sweet shot. This building has some restaurants with traditional food. It is very nice to visit at night. It is a romantic place. Quito is 486 years old, of a Spanish foundation, and one of the main squares is the Plaza de la Independencia, in the center of the old city, also known as the Big Square, Central Square, Major Square, or Augustine Square. It is the meeting point of the Quiteños in their daily life for festivities, parades, and political events. To the west is the Presidential Palace. The president doesn't live there, but he can live there if he wants to. In the center of the square is a monument of the freedom, which represents August 10, 1809, the date of our first shout for independence. To the south of the square is the church, the cathedral, one of the oldest in the city. There is a history where long time ago a mass was celebrated to the death of an ex-president of Ecuador, Gabriel Garcia Moreno, where they dressed his dead body and sat him in the chair while celebrating the mass. Originally as the barracks of the soldiers of Spain, later school, university, and now municipal library. We visit the terrace and it is time to learn how to dance salsa. Because if you are with Latinos, you have to know how to dance bachata, merengue, cumbias, reggaeton, but maybe the king is salsa. In one class, you will know the basic steps to dance this. But don't forget, if you want to dance salsa, the most important part of your body are the hips. Or the other secret for dancing, you can drink 10 shots of tequila and you can dance everything. The next attraction is the Company of Jesus Church, or the famous Golden Church, the best example of the Baroque style in America. Inside, each part of the church is covered by gold sheets. If you are in Quito, this place is an obligation. I don't know about you, but after to visit many places, I am hungry. For this reason, we are going to Empanadas. You are new Ecuadorians and Quiteños, then you should try our traditional gastronomy. Empanadas made from corn, stuffed with vegetables, rice, and chicken. Or try our vegetarian or vegan ceviche made only with grains from the mountains, called cevichocho. After eating, we continue on Garcia Moreno Street, or Seven Crosses Street, because on this street we find 7 Catholic buildings with 7 stone crosses. We arrive to the Queen's Arch, the southern entrance of the old city, but the arch connects an important building, the first hospital in the city, San Juan de Dios. It is a museum about the daily life and what kind of medicine was used years ago. On the south side of the historic center, we have the Plaza 24 de Mayo, in honor of the Battle of May 24 in 1822, where Simón Bolívar sent Mariscal Sucre and soldiers to free us from Spain. And after we were part of the Gran Colombia nation. From here, we see the Panecillo Hill, the name because it looks like a tiny bread. At the top is the statue of the Virgin of Quito with a strange decoration because she has wings. You can take a taxi and visit that viewpoint. From there you will see north, center and south of Quito. Personally, when I travel anywhere, my first question is where is the nightlife area? And the answer in the old city is La Ronda. Its origins date back to the time of the Incas, after the Spanish conquest centuries later. Residential and commercial construction began. In the late 19th century, La Ronda began to develop its reputation as a bohemian neighborhood. Over the next several decades, the area became home to painters, poets, political activists, prostitutes. But today, the atmosphere is totally different. The floral balconies enhance the romantic atmosphere, making La Ronda one of the crown jewels of Quito's culture. That is a long curving street where you'll find karaoke, bars and discos with a famous local alcoholic beverage, canelazo. Canelazo is a hot drink made from a combination of a local citrus fruit, naranjilla, cinnamon, and the strong cane liquor, aguardiente. But here in Ecuador the name is puntas. You should try to drink it, and you don't have to say cheers. No, you are in Ecuador. You have to say arriba, abajo, al centro, para adentro. Finally, walking back to the travel agency, our last place is one of the local markets, the Central Market of Quito. The atmosphere inside is different, finding very kind and friendly people. We are in one of the oldest markets in the city. Inside, immediately our caseros or caseras, sellers of the products, will welcome us with a smile. We find food, flowers, juices, vegetables, fruits, and more. Each product is total fresh, and you will remember the famous 3 B's in Spanish. Bueno, bonito y barato. Good, nice, and cheap. An excellent place if you want to have your lunch or a full breakfast. In this way, we reach the saddest part of the tour, when we go back to the travel agency and say goodbye. I thank you for sharing this short time with me and CarpeDM Adventures. You know the situation in the world, so please take care of yourself, families and friends. Remember, one thing is for sure, Ecuador is not only my country, from now it is your second home. Thank you very much again, and follow us by the social medias, Facebook, TripAdvisor. Please like, share the video, subscribe, or visit us online, www.carpedm.com. I'm ready for the next videos. Fernando, your virtual tour guide, say bye-bye. I'll see you soon.